There we go.
All right, everybody. 2 black guys. 2 Robs right here. Y'all can't really see him. We got our guests right here. Special guests. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves.
I'm Riley Rodriguez. I go to Sand Creek High School.
That's Bean, y'all.
Oh, you gotta say your nickname.
Oh yeah, everybody calls me Beans, so some of y'all might know me by that.
And I'm AJ Guiao. I play basketball and I run track for Doherty High School.
Oh shit, he professional as fuck.
God damn, look at it, Rico Suave.
Right, he is professional, bro.
Okay, so here let's start this off. You play, what sports do you play?
Basketball.
Basketball. And with playing basketball, how has this COVID going on, how has that transitioned your game or your mental aspect towards the way you approach things?
With this whole COVID thing, I honestly caught me by surprise because I was like expecting to just like, I know like open gyms are like starting to like back up now, but I feel like they started back like earlier, like last year, because there was no COVID. So with this, I had to like adapt to playing outside more, like adapting to the outside. And even like in my house, I have like weights and stuff. So I was like, well, might as well use the weights, since like I know like you can use weights at school and like the coaches might like open up the weight rooms and stuff. Like I had to adapt myself and make myself like work harder at home and use like all the weights and all stuff like that.
Yeah.
Your turn.
Yeah. And then with me, basically this whole COVID thing, same thing with Bean. I've been playing outside a lot, playing like going to local parks and just running games with just random people. Whoever that may be, I might grab a couple of my teammates and then we'll run a few games at the park. I've also been, creating like my own workouts to do because like, school, it's like very like scheduled and structured with everything. Yep. So you just kind of have to find time for yourself and, I have to find time for myself to, do what I got to do and for me to get better and stay focused.
So you go to Sand Creek. And what you're going to be, what?
A junior.
A junior. Okay, so tell us the day in the life of a junior of a high school kid from your perspective.
Like because I'm going to be a junior. So
tell us the day in the life. Like, hey, you wake your ass up in the morning. You brush your teeth. You got these classes and whatnot. Tell us your day. Like, what goes on? Like, in that damn high school of Sand Creek, in the what is it called?
Scorpion. Oh
my God!
Do the stadium.
We don't even do that. We don't do that.
So tell us, like, walking through, like, right when you walked into that door, through the hallways. What is the things that kids go through?
I'm pretty sure they're like, I don't want to be here because it's school. And they're like, I really have to go to class for an hour and a half. 4 classes a day.
4 classes?
Yes. Monday through Thursday, 4 classes, an hour and a half each. And then you have lunch. But for me, I'll probably have, what do they call it? Off periods. So, which is great. Great. And then obviously you go to lunch, and then you're like, well, during basketball season, you're like, well, I got to get my stuff from my locker. Then I got to go to the restroom or the locker rooms to change. And then once you change, you go to the gym, and then you just kind of wait for your coaches to get there to like unlock the basketballs and all that. But a day in the life, I mean, it's a day in the life of a school.
So what would you recommend for the younger generation, for kids that are younger than you? What would you recommend for them to get acclimated to high school? Or kids that are in high school and they're having a tough time. What would you recommend? How would you talk to them to get them through the day?
What would I say? I would just say to not let the older kids like try to like pick on you and do that.
So they're fucking bullies?
They're not bullies. I'm just saying that like sometimes that like people could talk behind people's back.
Yeah, they messy.
Yeah.
They real
and
messy.
to just like try not to like get that under your skin. Like to just like be you, do what you need to do.
I like that.
Walk in the hallway, go to class. Don't try to start any drama because drama gets spread around so quick in high school. So quick. And I feel like you don't really need that in your high school. Like, you don't need any of that. You don't need any bad energy in your high school career.
I like that.
So, AJ, Give me the day in the life of Mr. AJ, Mr. GQ himself.
GQ Suave. El Suave.
Okay. So basically, I start my day, probably wake up around 6, and then I get ready, go to school, maybe around, sometimes we'll have like a team meeting, so maybe I'll go to school like around 7:15. You know, classes start about 7:35, have about 8 of them. We have lunch in the middle of the day. And then at the end of the day, our last period, our coach had our team and all of basketball scheduled in the last period of the day to be weights. So we were able to go from weights, you know, straight into basketball practice, which is really good because you don't have to like be all like sweaty after weights and then, you know, go through class and whatever. But so we just had weights at the end of the day, and then we went straight into basketball practice. You know, that probably ends around, I would say around 5:30 maybe, and then we might have film after that. Sometimes until like 6:30, and then you got the rest of the night to, you know, do whatever, do your homework, rest, chill, stretch.
Okay. Real quick, what are y'all GPAs? What's your grades look like?
After my sophomore year, after I took my finals, I think I'm at a 4.0.
Oh shit! God damn. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
Come on, AJ.
I think I'm about at like a 3.9 right now. I take AP Government, and I also in honors, pre-calc.
Salute. Salute to that man. Salute.
So
I keep my kids in them basics. In them basics.
I wish I could be in the basics.
Yeah, bro. The
great
basics.
freaking
My
job.
counselors make me like take
Do
harder classes because I get good grades.
Good grade.
Yeah, so they make me take harder classes. We want to challenge you. So
Okay.
yeah.
So
That's what my
Okay.
counselors
all right,
do.
now I'm gonna get to a little.
Now that's
I'm
what's
gonna
up.
dig a little deeper since you guys are both. Okay, no, let me back up real quick. So you go to Doherty High School, right?
Yep.
How would you talk to kids, you know, that are, you know, going into high school, or like the same question I had for her, or those that are having problems? How would you get them through the day?
So I'm kind of doing this right now. I'm kind of talking to some of my younger guys, some of my younger sophomores and juniors, like on a weekly basis, trying to keep that relationship with them so, you know, they trust me. But basically, I just kind of try to keep them motivated throughout the day. Sometimes they know, like, we're going to start running, like, at the beginning of practice. So they're, like, thinking about it through the whole day. Oh, we're going to run. Oh, we're going to run. Oh, we're going to run. So I just tell them, I'm just like, well, you got to eat right first. You got to eat right.
Yeah.
You got to stretch before practice. And you got to also rest your body. Because some of these younger kids, like, they really don't want to go to sleep. They don't go to sleep, and then they wake up like zombies. So, you know, I just think with some of these younger guys, I really got to motivate them, kind of get them to do the right thing and take care of their bodies, you know, eat right, and also take everything seriously, work hard, you know, in whatever you're doing, whether it's school, you know, just try to be independent, you know, don't try to, like, rely on other people, you know, do your thing. And,
Okay.
yeah.
So now we're going to really jump into this little nitty gritty.
I love it.
All right.
I love that shit.
You go to freaking Doherty. All right. 5A school.
Yeah.
What was it, like, what, 3 5As, 4 5As in the state? All right, in the city?
City.
4 5As?
Yeah.
Or 3?
Found Fort Carson, then
Palmer.
Pine Creek and Palmer.
Oh, Palmer's going down to 4A
4A.
next
So
year.
that's 3.
Coronado's going down to 4A next year, too, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
Coronado's there.
Yeah, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Coronado joining our bullshit district.
No, I thought Coronado was 4A or 3A.
No, now that was 5.
Coronado was?
For basketball,
Oh,
Yeah.
for basketball?
Yeah.
But they
Oh,
just
okay.
played a lot of 4A teams.
4A squads. Yeah.
Okay.
So
All right.
I think next year what's gonna happen is there's gonna be a lot. They're gonna have a 5A CSML and a 4A CSML. I don't think there's gonna be a 4A PPAC. So
Oh, that's what's up.
I think we're gonna have a completely different schedule next year. I think we're playing like more local teams, and then we're gonna have like a tournament at the end of the season. You know, I would say like maybe the top 5 teams. You know, if you're seeded like number 1 in the league, then you get to host a tournament, and then
Got it.
the next 5 would host a tournament.
Home game and shit
Yeah,
like that.
exactly.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's going to look different how they run the league next year.
All right.
Okay.
So you go to Doherty, basketball team, 5A. What was y'all record this past season?
I think 14 and 11, I think.
14, 11. Y'all,
Yeah.
what round were y'all?
We
Make
we-
it to, sorry.
yeah, we lost in the first round.
First round.
Yeah.
All right. So Throughout your whole career there, how many times have you guys been past the first round?
We haven't gotten past the first round since I've been there. I transferred there my sophomore year.
Yeah, that's right.
And,
God damn it.
So my sophomore year, we were a low seed, so we played Cherry Creek. We lost them by 20 that game. And then my junior year, we were like 22 or something. Then we played like a 41 seed Dakota Ridge. Lost them at the buzzer.
Okay. I got to sidetrack real quick because you did go to Banning Lewis. I forgot about that.
Right.
How was the
you regret that?
I'm not going to answer that question.
Okay. Got it.
How was the transition from Banning Lewis to Doherty for you?
Okay, so Banning Lewis, it was a completely new school. So their first year as a school was my first year there. It was 6 through 9 at the time. So if I stayed there until my senior year, I would have been the first graduating class. So with Banning Lewis, we played a lot of 1A and 2A, like JV and C squad teams. You know, we were all freshmen. So you could say we were like a C squad or varsity, you know, whatever they wanted to call it. But basically we played like 2A and 1A, JV and C squad teams. So my transition from Banning Lewis to Doherty, you know, I started off my season at Doherty as a starter playing against like some of the top 5A teams in the state, like a Grandview. So it was definitely tougher. You know, the speed of the game is a lot faster, and I had to learn how to make smarter plays because at Banning Lewis I was just, you know, so used to like getting by guys so easily, like dropping 30 like super easily. So I had to learn how to score, you know, easier at Doherty because at Banning Lewis I would just try to drive by. Like at Doherty, if someone's gonna give me space to shoot, then I'm gonna just shoot it. If you're gonna give me space, I try to make a lot more smarter plays, and of course that helped with, you know, the coaching staff and everything. But yeah, just the speed of the game and trying to make smarter plays.
All right. So I feel, just this me, I'm not going to put you in that realm. I feel like I've seen you play for a long time, and I've seen you're like one of the best ball handlers in the state. You got it. You got a lot of it. Do you ever feel like being at, well, hold on, no, I don't want to ask you that question because I don't want to get you jammed up. But
that's what we're here for, the jam.
No, I don't want
the jam.
No, do you feel like at Doherty you can let loose more? Because I know you can. I've watched you. I've seen at times where you've been kind of complacent, you know, just going through the drills. I feel personally as if you guys just do pass, cut, pass, and then jump it off to like one or two players on your team.
Some big dude.
Yeah, it's Lucas. But I feel like you can go. So do you ever feel like there's times where you want to just let loose? Because there were a couple games where you did just, it looked like, oh shit, AJ's back to himself. He don't care. And da-da-da-da-da. I've seen that. So do you ever feel like there's times where you can just take off on your own? Or do you feel like sometimes coach had like that leash on you a little bit? Or trying to run a certain play for the squad and whatnot?
I mean, being at Doherty, it was kind of difficult because first you have to earn the coach's trust to, you know, do what you want. So when I went to Doherty, I didn't necessarily have that freedom yet. I didn't necessarily have that green light. I started getting the coach's trust, and he started letting me, you know, do my thing more. So as the season like progressed and as my varsity career progressed there, then, you know, it became like easier for me because I had more of a green light and I had more freedom to, you know, do what I do.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Fair enough. So, Bean, Kobe Bean Bryant.
Right here.
Listen to the nickname. Rest in peace. So, how do you feel? No, what was y'all record?
We were 23 and 2.
Correct.
How far did you guys get?
It's like Sweet 16. Third round.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Who put y'all up?
Canyon City.
Canyon City. How'd that feel?
Honestly, I didn't like it at all because I knew like a lot of girls on Canyon City because I've played against them since I was like in 6th grade or 7th grade. So like I knew a lot of them. So I was like, we have to beat them because like we got to beat them. But we didn't. And I feel like it just kind of hurt, like, a little person. I was like, dang. Like I don't remember the last time I lost against them. Because, like, we played like that, like, against
so
long.
Hold on. Let me, because I just caught somebody just told me something in my ear. What did you say? Yeah, okay. So you saying that y'all been beating this squad your whole life?
Well, I have since I was.
You've
in
been
middle
beating
school.
this squad your whole
So
life,
long.
and then this season y'all just went ahead and took a. What y'all lose by?
I don't even remember.
Like 40?
No. It wasn't 40.
It was like 20 something.
What?
It was like 20 something.
No.
It was like 20 something.
No.
Anyways, y'all got smacked.
Y'all lost by 11 to 14.
I think it was a 12.
Yeah. Somewhere in there, bro.
What is it
Somewhere
that
in
you think that and this is right here, you can answer it either way you want. What do you think that you could have done better, or your team wise could have done better to better prepare yourself for that team?
I felt like maybe we could have watched a lot more film on maybe just like seeing like what they're good at, what they're bad at, and like how we could just adapt to like what they're trying to do, and like try to like be smart and pass the ball around more, like see like what they're doing, how their defense is doing, trying to get them tired, because when you get teams tired, then it's like a game changer right there when you get teams tired. So I feel like we could have like got them more tired and try to like move the ball around more to make their defense switch.
All right. So here go another question. Somebody just said something to me in my ear. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. So hey, all right. Both you guys are playing. How do you take? So I know both y'all parents. So just from parents to fans, how do you separate somebody yelling or constructive criticism, somebody putting you down? How do you separate that? How do you know what's different?
Like during the game?
Yeah, during the game.
Honestly, during the game, Doherty, it's a big gym. There's a lot of people yelling, so I don't really look to my parents like that, or I don't look to other people. Sometimes I might have a coach like on the sideline, then he might whisper something to me. That'll help me during the game, but really I don't get a lot of that feedback from like fans or my parents during the game.
Hear nobody like fans like
No.
overrated, that dumb shit. I hate that.
Nah.
Or you suck or something like that.
Nah.
Or, okay, you?
Honestly, if I ever hear that, I probably wouldn't even like reply. I just like it'd go through one ear and out the other. Like they're irrelevant to me at that point, because it's like, why would I listen to this person who I barely even know? Like, why would I get that under? Like, why would I why would that affect me during the game? Like, I'm playing this game right now. Like, if there's a coach trying to whisper something in my ear, then of course I'm going to listen to them. They're my coach. And yeah, like, why would I get, like, why would I listen to them? Like,
Okay,
people
fair enough. How I said it. What's your favorite play? Or your favorite go-to move?
Favorite go-to move?
Yeah.
I really like, the little drop cross. So you might drop the ball and then you'll jab the other way. I like that one. I've been using that one for a long time.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You?
Crossover. I feel like one time I was in like 7th grade and I saw the Allen Iverson crossover on Michael Jordan, and I was like, I want to learn that. I want to learn that. And I feel like I kind of like learned it good, like pretty good, and I kind of use that a lot in my game.
Okay. So you've each had trainers before, correct? How many trainers have you had like throughout the time?
Oh man, probably including my dad, maybe like around maybe like 8 to 10. I feel like.
Okay, 8 to 10.
Yeah.
All right. So throughout all these trainers that you've known throughout the years, do each of those trainers resonate when you're playing, or do you have a certain favorite trainer that like took you for yourself or made you comfortable? What kind of trainer did you like, or did you prefer? Because not to cut you off, you got trainers that offense, defense, that talk to you all well around, whatever. What did you like?
I mean, honestly, I never really had a preference. Like if they just wanted me to get in the gym to work, then that's what I'll do. Whether we're doing like defensive slides from lane line to lane line, or whether we're doing like crossovers into like some different type of finish, or whether we're just shooting on the gun. I just try to take every opportunity like the best that I can and take advantage of that. I don't think I really have a preference. I mean, my dad has always been there. He's always been like my main trainer. He knows my game like really well. He's my dad. He knows all my game. So honestly, I don't really have a preference. I just like to get in the gym and work.
Okay.
Bing. I think I've had like 4 or 5 trainers.
Okay.
And I feel like the same like with him. Like it's not like I don't like have like a specific one. Like if you're like getting me in the gym and you're helping me in any way possible, then I feel like that's good enough for me. Like you're trying to help me get better just by bringing me to the gym.
All right.
But I also do feel like you guys help me so much, including with my defense. Just letting you guys know that.
We appreciate it. Two black guys. No, I'm joking. Hey, so give me one of each of you, your highest point of basketball where you did something that was just like, got the gym going crazy, or got your teammates going crazy, something, or even yourself. Give me your highest and your lowest moment. Be honest.
Okay. Me, I feel like my highest moment was, I think I had a tournament in Windsor. It was like in that little Windsor facility. I was playing with CS Elite, probably my 7th grade year. I think it's a tie game. There's 2 seconds left on the clock. The ball is inbounded in the backcourt, so it's not even on our side of the court, which our hoop is on. And so I get the ball, take a couple dribbles, and then I throw up like half-court shot, and it goes in. The gym went crazy, and then it echoes. So it was a really cool moment. We're all jumping up and down. We're hype. So I think that was probably my best moment. It was pretty fun. My dad even made a little video, had the Celine Dion music. It was funny. But let's see, lowest moment. I might have to think about it. You want
me to go?
Yeah.
So my highest moment, I think it was. I don't know if it was the end of. No, I think it was the end of 8th grade year. I was playing for the Lady Legends. Yes. And we were having a tournament. It was like at Falcon High School, and I remember we were playing Falcon in the championship, and I don't know if we were tied or my team was up by like 2. Like it was like that close of a game. It was like 2nd quarter, 4th quarter, and I remember I got the ball. And I went down the court, and I don't even remember if I did a move or anything. I just got it. I pulled up for a 3, and the girl, she tried to, like, block my shot, and I went up for the 3, and I started to run back, and it went in, and the crowd just went crazy because, like, we were up by 5. Like, the time was about to run out. Like, that was the shot that put us up, like, that many points. Like, it was a great moment. And we ended up winning. Yeah, that was a really great moment for me. My lowest moment, I feel like, was my freshman year in high school. That was... I don't know what happened to me. Like, I feel like my mindset was just, like, not there. Because I feel like I had to transition from middle school to freshman year, and it was not.
How was that? Talk about that.
I feel like, I don't even know. I don't really know what happened. It was just, like, really, I don't really know.
Was it more so of your courage? Do you feel like you had enough courage? Or do you feel like, maybe your coach could have gave you more courage, or parents? Or I know it's not your parents, because I know your parents. They're like your biggest cheerleaders, your biggest fans. Both of you guys. So what is it that you feel like could have changed that for you?
I feel like my courage just went down for some reason. I don't know why. Like I feel like I need to pick myself up and just like go to the gym more, trying to get like stuff out of my head and just like not listen to like everybody, just listen to like my family, my coaches, and just like do me.
Any advice because I got a 8th grader going into the 9th. Any advice for her?
Little 8th grader. do you. Do you. Do what you do best and do what you know you do what you know you can do. Because
So, I don't mean to cut you off. I got a person that said, did she feel like her coaches didn't prepare her for high school ball and junior high?
That's a good question. No, I feel like they did prepare me because they were like, because I did play like higher up. Like I played with high schoolers. Like I played with them. But I feel like they did. They did. Some aspects
Including the Skyview coach?
not this guy. I'm talking about like my
Okay.
like you guys.
Yeah,
And-
we tried.
But yeah, like some aspects probably not like basketball season at school. But like outside of that, but then yeah, I feel like they did.
All right, AJ.
We're going back to.
I want to hear that low.
Okay. All right. So I would say my lowest moment in my basketball career was probably my sophomore year. When I transferred to Doherty, my sophomore year, I had to get used to the pace of the game. The conditioning was different going from, Baron Lewis conditioning to like Doherty conditioning. It was for sure different on my body. I was skinnier. I was small. So I had to prepare my body that whole year. I had probably maybe like 3 ankle injuries during the basketball season.
Damn.
So that was really tough on me. So that kind of had to make me slow my game down, and just making smarter plays was something I had difficulty with, because my whole career I've been just like getting by people super easy, just with my handle. But now I got like a 6'5", monster waiting to block my shot, so I have to make a better decision. So I definitely think my sophomore year was probably the lowest I've been in my basketball career, just because I was getting used to the game, and it was super stressful because if you're not performing well, sometimes you're gonna get
down on yourself.
Exactly. And I expect a lot out of myself, so definitely my sophomore year. And now that I've had that experience, I think my junior and senior year, that's where I show that I'm smarter and I can handle this game now.
From sophomore to junior, since when you left as a freshman to your sophomore, you had an adjustment. Do you think that the coaches that were at Doherty, I don't know if it was the same group, but do you feel like the coaches at Doherty helped that transition, or was it more so of Summer slowing it down, getting a mental check on the game, or what made you change from sophomore to junior to acclimate yourself?
So from sophomore to junior year, I feel like our whole sophomore year, it was just kind of like a rebuilding thing, because we had a lot of young guys. We had one senior on the team. The rest were maybe like 5 juniors, and we had sophomores, and I was one of the sophomores. So the coaches were really just trying to help us improve during our basketball season. So they were trying to help us improve. We'll stop practice, and then Coach G, he'll stop practice, and then he'll get me on the side and tell me what to do and how and what read I should make. And so that really helped me my sophomore year, because I started getting better, I started making smarter plays. And then that summer was really fun, because we all kind of got used to playing with each other, so we kind of got the flow of the game down. And then I was making smarter plays, I got bigger, I got stronger, and so that just helped me my junior year.
So I know G, your coach G, played ball with him a lot. He's a good player, good guard.
Super smart.
So and smart. So with him teaching you, can you tell me some of the things that you've learned from him? Because I give credit where credit's due, and G is a good player. He's short, but he can ball, and he's smart on the court. So can you tell me some pointers, like, give your coach some kudos?
Okay. Some things I've learned from G. So I kind of really.
My turn, bro.
Oh, you want?
Yeah, soon.
Yeah. So my mind was really sped up when I went to Doherty, and the game was super fast. So G would just tell me, you can retreat. Look at the defense, because I would get trapped a lot. They'll trap me because I'm small. So he'll tell me, if you see that trap coming, retreat, keep your eyes up, look for it, see the slip, see that hedge man, fake him out, fake it pass and make it pass. So stuff like that. Coming off of screens, I would always like kind of drag off the screen and not really keep that defender like on my hip. I wouldn't go like shoulder to shoulder. Yeah. So I kind of went away from the contact instead of going into the contact, and now I'm actually like by my guy. I'm by my guy. He's hitting the screen, and so now it's just 2 versus 1. So then if he's gonna stay back and guard the big, then I gotta pull up or layup. Yeah. If he's gonna go to me, then that's an easy drop off. So that's one thing I learned from him. I remember him and my head coach got pretty mad at me when I was just dragging off the screens instead of like going hard off and attacking, because that is one of my strengths.
So I gotta switch this out real quick. I gotta give it to the other black guy.
The other black guy. Here I come.
We got some questions over here too.
Yeah. Do we?
Yeah.
Do
I
we?
think Derek just put
I'm back. I'm back. All right, y'all. Look, man. Now, he's kind of like the old soft one. He gonna do all this bullshit. Now, I'm gonna ask the questions. Y'all don't have to answer all of them. If you don't want to answer them, do like you did earlier. Say, I don't want to answer that shit. All right? So the first one, real simple. So how do y'all feel about your respective program and the importance of high school basketball? Like, do y'all value it, or are you just worried about the summer? Or are you worried about maybe the next level? So just give me your perspective views on your current program. First you, Bing.
I feel like I value it just because it's like it's your high school career. Like you get to practice. Like you get this team could be like your family, just because like some of the people like on your team it's like you were freshmen together and you're gonna be seniors together, like that kind of.
Okay, all right. So when you say like a family, do you think that y'all need to do things to bond? Like, do you think going out and eating together, or going to the movies, or having lunch, do you think that make you a better team? Like, so if you're gonna take it in that perspective, are those the things that you're looking for? Like, so are you looking for a team captain to set that up? Are you looking for the coaches? So in your program, where she goes to Sand Creek, what do you think could have made last year better?
I know that some people might not like other people on the team, but I feel like if you like bond together, I feel like that could bring you closer together because you know more about your teammates.
Yeah.
You know more about them, so you get to be like maybe somebody's not having like a good day at practice, and you might know that, so it's like, okay, let me like take it easy, like let me not like yell at her for no reason like during practice. And I feel like you need to have like somewhat like a team bonding, I guess you could say, just to like get to know everybody and like just to like get your minds off of like basketball and just like talk as like friends, as friends.
Okay, so when you say team bonding, what would you want? Like, is that going out to eat? Is that a kumbaya at church? Is that a let's go jog? Is that a hey, we're going to the weights and let's lift these weights? Let's root on one another while we lift weights. Like, what is the bonding thing that you're looking for? Because y'all are all different. Because my daughter, now I can tell you for one that she's not a let's all have a sleepover type of girl.
No.
Like that's not her thing. Like, her thing is, hey, like, why don't we actually like work out together? Like, let's physically get better. Now, I'm not saying that you gotta be like that, you, AJ, or anybody else. So what would you look for for bonding?
For me, I feel like it could be like anything. Like if the like I'm so down to like go to the weight room, like and just like have a team bonding, because like the weight room could be like fun at times because you like listening to music, you're blasting music, y'all are like you're singing, you're rapping or whatever, and y'all just like you're having a good time while still getting your body prepared for the season.
I hope everybody hear this shit, please. People do not have to go to people's house and shit, man. Y'all can actually become a team, build chemistry, and do all that, and actually benefit one another by not getting fat. Shit. How about you, AJ? Let me know, man. How do you feel about your program? Where do you think it stands, and what's your importance on high school basketball?
I value high school basketball because growing up as a kid, I would go to like Vista Ridge varsity games, and I would see like these big crowds.
Yeah.
I wanted that. So I wanted that, and now that I have it, I value it a lot. I've grown a lot of relationships with, other kids through basketball, especially like older seniors or older people in general that just have, given me advice. And I value like, again, the team aspect. So I like how as a team we kind of go through everything together, whether that's conditioning and you have to push through it together, or whether it's like a tough practice and then coach might be getting on us, and then we have to go through that together. It could be like, again, going out to eat, weight room, everything. So like my team, we'll do like a lot of stuff together.
Yeah,
so we'll have.
I seen y'all niggas at camp. I seen y'all.
So we'll go weight room together. We're laughing, having fun.
Now, that's what's up.
Still getting better. Then we go to practice, and we take that seriously. And that's another thing, like learning how to take. Learning when to goof off and learning when it's time to work.
Okay.
So that's definitely something we had to learn, and that's something I have to work on with some of my younger guys.
Okay.
But definitely, the team aspect is really cool. You go from weight room to the practice, and then you could go out to eat afterwards, and just being around your guys, being around your team. Those are some of your best friends. And building team chemistry. Of course, that helps on the court. If I see I can trust you in practice, why wouldn't I trust you in a game?
Already.
So.
Already.
Yeah.
Good answers, bro.
Yeah.
Good answers. So, when you say that you value the high school game, how important do you think that was to get into the next level? So, you say that you value it. How important do you think that it is for a parent to make the correct decision of what school to put their kid in?
Man. I don't know. That's always a tough one to answer, just because parents, they always want to do what's best for the kid, whether
We try.
whether like their kid wants to go somewhere else or not. Parents are gonna make their decisions, and hopefully they make it in the best of the kid's interest. So I don't know. That's a real tough one.
Yeah. So do you believe the parents should listen to the child? Do you think the parent should take in what the kid is saying? Like, let's say, like for instance, so I ran into a predicament where my daughter wanted to go to Sand Creek. I didn't want her to. That I would rather her play at Grandview or George, because I thought the opportunities for the overall scheme of things, her goal is what I was putting for. Her goal is to play at the next level. I said, if you go to these schools, I think that's going to help. But I listened to her and some other people, the other black man, and she's at Sand Creek now. Now I don't regret it, but I always think back, like, what if? Like, for instance, what if you never went to Banning Lewis? What if you never went there? And like you said, that you had to come there, prove to your coach that you could play, that you was this player, which we all know you to be. But he had to see it for you to get that green light, right? So what if you never went to Banning Lewis and you started at Doherty from the beginning? Do you would think, now this is going to lead into some further questions, but in our earlier episode, we talked about these rankings, right? And I go through all of them. Most of them, I ain't gonna lie, they send it to me for free. So I got the access. And I don't see your name on the fucking list. Or it's not high enough. And this is just being honest. I've seen all these other players, but I'm like, my man's name isn't on the list. Why? Or you're on there and you're fucking 90-something or 70-something. I'm like, what? Because I see point guards that I know you're better than. So do you think that hurts you in the aspect of the recognition that I feel you deserve? Maybe you don't, maybe your parents, maybe your friends don't, but I personally feel that you are truly one of the disrespected players in this state. I hear people say lesser point guards are better than you, and I know that they aren't. So how do you feel if you could have done something about not going to Banning Lewis? Or even if you did, let's say your dad would have been like, no, that's not what you need. Would you have been cool with that? Like, do you think that it's a parent-driven thing that should determine where the kid goes?
Honestly, I do think that the kid should have some say on, what their future should look like in high school or in college.
Damn it, you right.
And I always ask that question to myself, like, what if I didn't go to Baton Rouge?
But if you didn't, bro,
I don't know. I don't know.
we'll never know.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't know what that would look like. Yeah, that's also a hard one. I don't know if I want to answer that honestly.
All right,
but,
cool,
yeah.
bro, cool. Don't
Yeah.
don't have to. I just got to get shit off my chest.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Okay.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So, how do you feel, Bean? Tell me. So the Sand Creek program is great. Blah blah blah. Do you feel that you should be there, or do you feel maybe you'd have had a better opportunity at Vista, booty, or you could have went somewhere? Because we all know this. Sand Creek is loaded at the guard position. We got about 5-6 guards that could be starters anywhere else in this fucking city. Anywhere. Because we go around, we watch these games, and I'm looking. We really have kids sitting on the bench that don't start. Now, I understand it's a whole friend thing. Everybody like everybody. But how do you feel?
I feel like kids do have a say in it. I know that, like, once I saw Sand Creek, I was like, oh, like, I like their basketball program. I want to go there, especially since my brothers went there, and I was like, oh, like, I would like to go there because, like, I'll be
next in line.
Yeah, like,
I feel you.
And plus, I was a freshman when my brother was a senior, so he kind of helped me go through that process of high school. And, like, on, like, the first day of school, he helped me know where my classes are.
Oh,
like, he
okay.
was the one
Dope.
to help me. So that's why I was like,
Dope.
this is where I want to go. So I, like, of course my parents did have a say in it, but I knew that, like, that's where I wanted to go.
That's dope. That's dope. That's all that I want to ask. Because my daughter's at Sand Creek without my blessing. All right?
Not my blessing.
Without my blessing. All right. So, next. So, what do you guys want out of basketball? Like, do you want to play at the next level? Do you want to go to junior college? Do you want to be a blue collar, go to Duke? Like, first you, Bing, tell me. So, what do you want out of basketball?
I feel like being able to play at the next level, no matter what it is, I feel like that's pretty good. Cause, like,
That's dope. That's
because,
my
like,
mindset.
you're getting, like, you don't have to pay for college. Like your parents don't have to worry about you paying for college.
Yes.
Like, you get to just play basketball, still get an education that you need without having to pay anything, without having debt, like, after you graduate. I feel like that's the big thing.
That's some mature shit. That is some mature shit. There's very few kids
I gotta
that
go
think,
more.
right? You got kids competing with other kids on what school they go to. Like, who give a fuck? I don't care, bro. People are like, oh, now I'm not gonna go to this school because they don't got engineering. It's free. Find something else you want to do. There can't be one damn thing in this world, man. Shit's weird. Go, man. Spit on me. Spit on me.
Yeah, me, if I could go anywhere for college for basketball, I'm taking it. It doesn't matter what level, NAIA, D3, D2.
Don't matter.
Like,
Good.
it really doesn't matter to me. And then after college, I want to play professional. I
That's
mean,
dope.
as a freshman, I was able to talk to the Gilas Filipinas coach.
Coaches.
Yeah, so I was able to have a conversation with him, with my family as a freshman. So that was really cool, and
That's amazing,
that's definitely
dude.
something I want to look forward. Like, I look forward to in the future. Of course, I gotta work for it, but that's definitely something I want to do.
Vincent, like you said, bro, the next level is tough. That's straight up. Yeah, man. So, and I'm glad that you brought that up. The Filipino League, with the Philippines League, like all these different leagues, there's all these European, there's all kind of pro leagues, y'all. So when people say go pro, not everybody mean the NBA or the WNBA. Pro is everywhere, y'all. It's even Mexico. Now, I wouldn't recommend. But even Mexico, it's everywhere, man. Just keep playing for as long as you can, because you're not going to play forever, y'all. Like, I would look back at some of my old clips and stuff when I could dunk and stuff, and I miss those days. I'm glad my kids was able to see it. They were able to see me dunk, so they can verify. My daddy could do it. Now I'm fat, but it's okay, because I'm good with Rob. All right, next question, y'all. So, how do y'all think captains of a team should be chosen? Give it to me. First, you, Bean.
I feel like if they speak up in practice, if they're genuinely trying to help you, like speak up, like help you, like maybe take you onto the sideline and be like, I think that maybe if you go this way instead of that way and see this person and like try to help you, maybe even with plays, if you have a question, and then they should like know. I feel like they need to just like be like vocal and just like try to help everybody, try to help you specifically on your own, and like all that kind of stuff.
Okay, so for you, a leader, or well, no, well, let me not use the word leader, but captain is someone that obviously know what the hell they doing, right? So we aren't choosing captains and picking them because we friends, right? Okay, all right, valid.
Yes.
AJ, shoot, man, give it to me, bro.
So sometimes captains get chosen because they're seniors. But my thing is, I feel like a captain or a leader, you need to be able to lead by example. First off, in practice, I don't want to listen to a senior, that doesn't work hard. Like why would I follow you?
Yeah.
I would rather listen to someone, say, who's maybe younger in that, works their butt off every single day in practice or in the weight room. That's someone who I would probably look up to more than a senior that doesn't work hard, is lazy.
Yeah.
So I definitely think leading by example is the first one. And if you're a vocal leader too, that definitely helps. Being a vocal leader on the court, there's not a lot of those. There's not a lot of vocal leaders on the court, and I think
Spitting facts.
Yeah, there should be a lot more people, just calling out stuff like, hey, here's a screen, or I got your help. Sometimes practices are super, super quiet. Sometimes games are super quiet and no one's saying
just
anything.
Get complacent.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if you're a leader by example, definitely the first one, and then if you're a vocal leader on top of that, then that's great.
All right, good. So, how do you think you should go about voting a captain? How do you go about doing it? What is the procedure that you would recommend as youth hoopers? Y'all played the game. Y'all know who you want to be your captain, right? I mean, look, everybody know, because we've all hooped. When you step on the floor, people typically know he might not be the best player, but that's the captain. Everybody listens to him, or everybody listens to her. It's just, I don't know why. Like, there are those people that when you do the little personality test bullshit, like, they're the oranges. The lions. You know what I'm saying? People just follow. Now, they might not be the best, but it's something about the characteristics, the personality that they have, that it's easy to follow them. I understand every parent, y'all out there saying, my kid needs to be a leader. Everybody needs to be a leader. Trust me, I'm one of them, so I'm not knocking it. What I am saying is, damn it, everybody can't do it. Shit. There's got to be some damn Indians. Not everybody can be the chief. Shit. God damn it. So give me the process in which you would choose or want to choose your captain or captains.
I feel like the whole team should have a say. Like, whichever guys you trust, guys you trust the most. Whichever guys you trust the most, to go to battle with, to be in a tough game with, who's gonna speak up, who's gonna keep the team together. Those type of guys, just having that trust and chemistry.
So I love what you just said. The team. Okay, so do you think the coach should have a say in who the captain is?
I feel like it's the team.
I mean,
like it's like you're playing with it.
Go.
Like
Yes or no? So do you think your coach should have any say in who the captains are?
I think
captain.
It depends if you trust your coach that much. If your coach values the type of person who's gonna lead the team versus someone who's just gonna take a bunch of shots and just not be a good leader and just do everything for themselves. Yeah. I think it really depends on the coach and what they value in a leader.
Okay, all right. So now I'm a firm believer in a captain does not have to be the best player on the team. It just fact, like it just doesn't.
Yeah.
I agree.
Because I've played. This might be unbelievable, but I played on teams where I was the best player, and I wasn't the captain because I didn't act like a captain. I showed up late. I shot plenty shots, and if you question my shots, I'll probably fight you. Like, give me the fucking ball if we want to win. But I had other dudes that would still, when I would get too out of line, they'd be like, Rodney, come here, man. I'd be like, shit, all right, bro, all right. Because everybody respected him. Now, I think it did have something to do with age for boys. Like, it's different because AJ, like, you know how it is. Like, how would you feel if a freshman just came up on the court like, pass me the fucking ball, man. Pass me the fucking ball.
Depends if I have his respect or not.
See, and that's what I'm talking about. Like, so that got to be gained. Like, so a freshman gonna really either have to be out of this world good, or just everybody know him. Like they got that different vibe to them. So the seniority bullshit, I can see how that sometimes can come into the picture, but I don't believe a captain has to be the most oldest or the dude that's been here the longest or knows all the playbook, because that's bullshit. Sometimes the worst motherfucker that's on the team know every play but sucks. Feel me? But fucking sucks. So the dilemma of picking a captain, in my mind, is something that should be strictly set on the players. Strictly. I don't care if you go about voting, write a name, throw it in a hat. You can't vote for yourself. I don't care. Like, I don't care. And if the coach want to add in a vote, that's cool too. But this country is based on a democracy. So we gonna vote. Like, if the coaches pick somebody and secretly, you coaches think y'all know it all. Like, you think you know what's going on behind the scenes with these girls and these boys. They know it all. Like, they know who don't like who. They know who's stealing. They know who talking weird shit and all that. As a coach, I primarily, on the little summer circuit things that I was doing, I tried to stay away from that because I don't like getting involved too much in adolescents growing up, because I don't want to interfere in them growing up by just alleviating every drama problem ever, because you're going to have to learn how to maneuver through that. It's called life. Like, it's just called life. But I do not feel at no point should a kid be given captain because they were crying. That's that bullshit. Like, if you are not voted a captain, you're just not voted a captain. You might want to look within yourself. Like, why didn't nobody pick me? Why didn't nobody pick me? I'm like seriously, like, you might want to look within yourself, because I'm gonna be honest with you, it's what changed me. Like, it definitely helped me to see that it's not about who get the most shots up. It's not about who gets the most assists. It's not about who get the most rebounds. When you play the game of basketball, which is a team sport, y'all win and lose as a fucking team. Like you said, your highest moment was when you heaved this shot from half. Boom. You didn't celebrate by your damn self. Right? Shit. Like, folks like, yeah, Johnny! Like it's a crunk thing. Like, it's a team thing. Same goal for you. When you put your team up 5, no one said, dang, man, she did it by herself. Even though you shot it, you probably did the little Iverson cross up, hit it, but they still were like, y'all won. Yes. Like, you as a team. So the importance of a captain to me is not near as high as I feel as a team need to be. It's just, like you said earlier, it's just someone on the team that everybody respects. Yeah. And the coach appointed captain that no one fucking respects is absolutely ridiculous. Yeah. It's absolutely ridiculous. That's just my stance up on that shit. Now this is a controversial question. Y'all don't have to answer. Just be like, nah, man, I'm not answering that shit. So, how would you rate your parents?
On the scale of what?
On parenting. Like, have they been great? Do they support you? Now my parents don't show up to no fucking games. Mine suck. Shit, you tell me. Like you said, like, you had a tough year. Your what, freshman year? Mm-hmm. Who was there for you?
My mom and my dad, my family, my parents.
Peep the plug, y'all. Peep the plug. Peep the plug. Get it, Rodriguez's. See that? So, AJ, you?
Hi, Mom.
I love my parents. My parents, and they've always been there for me. They've always put me before their needs, and that's what I love about them. My dad and my mom might take off work to go to one of my tournaments in Denver. My dad, he's my number.
This is the answer that I'm looking for.
Yeah, my dad's my number one trainer. He's always trained me since I was like 9 years old. Since I was 9 years old.
Yeah. Sacrificing for you.
Exactly.
Yes.
They're sacrificing their time,
everything.
Their money.
Sacrificing
it's
everything.
Good. See,
we love you guys.
This is what I was talking about yesterday when we were talking about it in the prior episode about parenting. That's why I said I rate myself as a good parent. I got 2 ratings. There's good and bad. There is no wishy-washy parents. It's good or bad. Either you're there for them or you aren't. You got to be there for them when they're up and down. You got a lot of these dads and moms. I'm not going to just throw out the dads that show up when their kid make a name for themselves or some bullshit like that. And then they expect the kid to call them mom or dad. Like, nah, like you just another fan. That's what you are. Feel me? So next, real quick, y'all. So y'all, both of you guys deal with the issue of being small. I don't call it an issue. It's called life. Not everybody's fucking Johnny the Giant. So how do you guys adjust and maneuver through that? Like hearing people, no matter how good you are, no matter how nice you shoot, no matter how nice your handle is, oh man, his handle's nice, but he's small. Like, so how do y'all maneuver through that? Like, does it bother you? Have you just learned them? It's a chip on the shoulder. It made me play harder. Just give the people what they want.
I mean, me being small my whole life, I feel like it's kind of pushed me harder, and I have to work, twice as hard as, someone who's maybe like 6'4" or something like that. Yeah. Someone who's, gifted that height. I don't really have that, but I use my strengths and my advantages, and I try to take advantage of every opportunity I can. Do I ever have those questions like, what if I was this tall? Yeah, of course. Of course I do. Yeah. But
because you think that you'll be yabbing on people.
Exactly.
Straight up, bro. Straight up.
But yeah, definitely just take advantage of what I have. What God has given me, and
Good.
Yeah, exactly.
Bing?
For me, I've always been the shortest on my team, and like you could see, like everybody's taller than me, and they're like, oh, this little girl can't like do anything, but then like I show up on the court and they're like, oh, she can, like keep the same energy then.
Keep the same energy.
Yeah. If you think I can't play at the beginning, then like I could play during the game.
I love that. I love that, man. See, players, people, viewers, rankers, all of you guys, stop looking at these people's size when you look at these videos, because half of you don't even go and watch them play. Like, actually go watch these kids play, man. Like, really watch them. And then really evaluate them for who they are. Don't just look at their damn size. Y'all are not college coaches. Y'all don't need to recruit a 6'8" to play center. You're just evaluating them for who they are, man. Do that. Damn it. Last question, y'all. Social media. How much of an impact does it play in you guys' life?
Social media is like everything. We're always on our phones. Everybody, they're always on their phones. They got Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, whatever that might be, Twitter. Mm-hmm. I think it plays an advantage as for like sports, because you can get your name out there.
Yeah.
You could follow, colleges that might be interested in you.
Yep.
You could easily stay in contact with them. So I think social media, especially in a sports aspect, it plays a big advantage in your life. So
facts.
Yeah, it can help you like get to college. It can help you spread your name out to coaches, to everybody, to be like, oh, I saw this girl, maybe you should check her out, or I saw this guy, maybe you should check him out.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I actually have he's going to be a sophomore. He told me, I had a conversation with him. He said he hit up some Instagram trainer, and then the trainer gave him like a free package, free workout of what to do. So that's what he's been doing. So that's just an example of like how it could play in your advantage.
I love that.
Be like training or like.
I love what they're talking about. But of course, I'm the controversial one. Here it goes. So you guys just spoke about the advantages. Give me the disadvantages. Give me the people that are out there, recording the fights. I don't know. Give me the people that get caught at the party, vaping, smoking, doing whatever. Now look, I understand smoking weed is legal here, but not for the minors. Let's keep it real. But it goes down. Y'all got the parties, people drinking, spreading rumors socially. I've seen it all. I've seen it where the rumors are, oh man, like this girl is easy, man. Like this girl is this or that, blah, blah. And guys are spreading that around through social media. I mean, now not even a text message. Like they like on Facebook or they're on like some shit like, bro, man, like she's an easy lay. What do y'all see at y'all age? The problem with that? Why does it happen?
I think people just want to spread drama.
They're immature.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Immaturity.
I'm not saying it, but guys are really immature sometimes. They just I feel like they don't know how to act sometimes. They don't know how to act sometimes, and they like say whatever they want at any time, and they're.
Lisa wants you to give props to her, AJ.
I love you, Nina Lisa.
Yeah.
Nina Lisa, I
Yeah.
love you so much.
Yeah.
You've done so much for me. You spoil me all the time. I love you. Shout out to you
Good.
and your family. Shout out to the Rod clan.
Go. Finish up. Finish up.
What was I saying? Oh, that guys
Yeah.
just don't know how to act sometimes,
Yeah.
and yeah. That's just that. I mean, they could spread rumors like crazy because they have the little boy groups and they ride their bike to the park and think they're cool and all that.
That is lame.
Yeah.
But, it's the issues that we face today. We're going to face them tomorrow. They'll be here forever. Because once social media became what it was, it's such an asset, but it's such a deficit too because it puts us back with such quick access to everything from, like you said, your buddy just hit up a trainer. Boom, the dude sent him some free stuff. But what about the one person that maybe one day filmed him? Maybe he was having a bad day and he said the wrong thing, and now they just bam, 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 post it. That spreads just as quick. Feel me? So when the bad things that happen to people and they're trying to go to the next level, and you know this, that recruiters and colleges and recruiting coordinators, they're running through all of your stuff. So they're looking at all your old pictures too, like the stuff that you maybe forgot to delete. Maybe you were just joking that day. Mm-hmm. But to them, when you could have been that white kid painting on blackface, that's some weird shit. But it was a true joke. Like, it was nothing. Like, you were just playing around. If someone was there, they would understand it. But if you're just someone looking, scrolling through somebody's stuff and you see that shit, you're like, what the fuck? Like, you could be a potential problem. So you're a risk that people aren't willing to take. Like I said yesterday, unless your talent outweighs whatever, right? Because you do got those dudes that's out there, 6'9", dribble off the wing, but everything on his Twitter is racist as fuck. Feel me? But they're just like, all right, now I gotta talk to him. But for most, like you guys, y'all are undersized players. My kids, they're undersized players. Y'all don't got room for error. Feel me?
Right.
In the social media era, this shit is crazy. So I just think it's something that we need to definitely contain. Definitely don't run away from it. Like, don't be scared. Like, all these people like, oh, like whatever you put on there, just don't push sin. Well, why the fuck would you put it on there? Like, that's not real. Like that's not real. So we're trying to keep this shit real. Just, you might want to proofread, like, check and see, hold on, like, if I put this out there, how are people gonna take it? Right. Feel me?
Right.
Feel me?
Yeah.
So I would like to say thank y'all, man. Seriously, thank y'all for coming over, taking out y'all day. The COVID-19 shit has been going on forever, but I enjoyed it, y'all. Really, man, appreciate it. These are the two up-and-coming hoopers. One is already about to be a goddamn senior. Go watch him play. Doherty High School, hopefully Chassa, get it right, and let us parents come watch the goddamn game. Don't eliminate us from watching these goddamn games. Two black guys with table talk. How?